welcome back to Planet Coaster. It's been a while, it's been an age. This is the Halloween that was meant to finish at the beginning of this month or the end of last month. But, I moved to Canterbury from where I currently was living, and things got a bit crazy, and I just didn't have the motivation to play. So here we are, playing it this time. I know, like I said, I wanted to get this series done, and I really did want to get done Coasters. But you know what? Things never get done in time. Right now, it's not the end of the world if I do not complete a series in the time that I say, because I'm not very popular, so people aren't going to see it. The chances are people are going to watch this series, if at all, after it's been done. Like, they're not going to watch it as it goes live, because I don't have an audience that like into my series enough for them to want to do that, which is fine. That's absolutely fine. I personally am a binge watcher myself. I hate going into a series and not watching the whole thing. I like to watch the whole thing of a series before I go ahead, and I'm happy to watch it. So I want to make sure that every episode is uploaded before I'm happy to watch it. Speaking of big series that I like to watch, I go through stages, like mostly especially when I'm watching, like, let's say Netflix, for example. I like to watch Netflix. I like to binge watch whatever it is that I'm watching on Netflix. Just to me, because I don't know, I just can't. I hate like watching a series and then having to wait the next day or the next next week in terms of TV series before I can go ahead and watch it. I'd rather just watch all at once. Because then, I don't know, it just feels, to me, it's just better. This is just what I prefer. It's always been what I preferred, and this does not work here, does it, guys? I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna leave it like that. It's too steep. So yeah, it's fine. That's where it is. That's me in a nutshell. So here we are. Welcome back. Like I said, I had a lot of coursework to do as well. And I wanted to spend time streaming, but I can't because the internet in my university isn't too good. And then as I got into series, games started coming out. Like Forza came out, for example, and I started playing Destiny, as I mentioned in the last episode. So I got distracted. But here we are now. So there's not going to be a lot to do today. It's going to be a case of placing a bunch of scenery and a couple of windows here and there on mainly this building and this building. In terms of everything else, and obviously trees around here, in terms of everything else, there's not really a lot to do at all, for that matter. This needs to be decorated a little bit. It's just going to be window placing, and every now and again there's going to be like kind of like a display, Halloween display here and there, just to help give that feel that they're in that we're in a Halloween themed park. So, and then like patches of pumpkins are going to be here and there. You know how it is. So yeah, I'm going to go do some work, get things done, and then I'll bring you guys back after it. Enjoy the time lapse, and yeah, in a bit. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed our time lapse. We have finally finished. I haven't done all the trees around the outside. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it is a lot of effort and I really couldn't be bothered. But we've got the actual park itself done. Lots of trees, lots of empty space I had to fill. That's what I get for restricting my time. I still think overall it's a good size, but I think, I don't know, I think because I rushed, gave myself not enough time to get the whole thing done. I rushed certain things, and like a lot of the empty space could have been done nicer. I could have actually put stuff there, you know, added detail to coasters, make them more immersive. But we didn't. That just happened. My own fault. I'll learn maybe one day, probably never. I haven't got a lot of time. Like when you don't do YouTube full time, having the time to do a game like this all the time is very, very difficult. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the turnout. It's super nice. We've got tons of coasters. I say tons. We got 4. All got their own custom soundtracks. I guess I'll give you guys a rundown of what I did. I literally just spent the whole time planting many trees and putting windows down and just clearing up some empty space. You know, put some lights down. We will see this place at night time. That's pretty much all I did. I'm not even gonna lie. It's very boring. I think we started somewhere over here and then worked our way around. I can't even remember. But yeah, there's not really a lot to give you guys a cover up on, you know. So here we are. This is what you expect. I will do a separate video. Maybe, probably. I don't know. I could do it now. Actually, we can do it now. Of each coaster, like a POV of each coaster. We're not going to bother with the main rides because it's a lot of effort. But we'll start by I think we'll do it at night time as well because it's really going to add to the feel. There we go. So this is what it looks like at night time. I'm really cool. There is a lot to go through. So I am going to take you guys through. So you obviously come through here. You've got a seating area, plenty of food, and then we come around here to our first coaster. Maybe not around here, and somewhere around here. Up here, there we go. Here we go, our first coaster. So the queue line's here. You go around, and we can go into it. So let's give this one a ride. We are going up the lift hill right now, so I'm not gonna bother changing. There you go. Look, you just missed the lift hill. That's it. Here goes. Again, going up the lift hill. We just missed a tiny drop at the beginning. There's nothing to miss. There's not really a lot that you need to see. Here goes the second coaster. This one is Coaster Boo. There we go. So this coaster isn't meant to be anything. This is kind of like an introduction coaster. That was the goal. It's kind of like if you're coming here for the first time, you've never ridden on any coaster before, you come here and you go on that. That is kind of your introduction coaster. So kids and even adults. I mean, some adults don't like coasters at all. Get kind of an introduction and a feel to what to expect from coasters. You know. So there's a couple of bits of airtime, a small drop, and not much else. Just some simple basic coaster elements that you expect to find in most coasters, you know. Just so that when they go somewhere they can go in knowing what to expect. That was a goal and the plan of that coaster. So it's not gonna have the highest ratings. Here we'll go for this one. This is the Haunted Ride. How many track coasts? How many trains? Okay, let me close it and then reopen it. We'll go on this one. This is the Haunted House. I don't know why it spins straight away, but do you know what? Here we are. So you start off by going into the house, a couple of rats, spiders, some picture frame, you know, nothing too intense. I have no idea what like the spinning factor is going to be like on this, because I haven't really looked at it, but here you go through a graveyard. There's a lot of spinning that I really didn't want to see. You see there? You've got a skeleton there that you kind of miss. Because of how it works, like spins you around, it's weird. Like spins you to straighten you out. There is a way to fix it, but I haven't really done that. There's not really a lot to see the other side, it's just rocks and trees and stuff. So you're going through a forest, that's the idea of this bit. I know the roof looks horrendous, but that's just the way it is. It's a lot of work. I'm not doing this to be super pleasant, you know. There are a few simple errors, and then you start by going into a tomb. So this is a bit of the track that I found very, very difficult. I didn't know where to go from the forest. I was like, do you know what, we'll go into a tomb, you know. The explorers can go into the tomb, you know, on their adventure. The roof looks better here. It's just that one area where the roof looks, and you do not hit the roof, you only just miss it. I have tested it. You do only just miss it. Okay, so it's going to start spinning us again. So you can see the other person coming up, and as you come around, you'll see the giant snake. Many snakes, skeletons, you know how it is. Then we come to tombs. See a mummy, maybe? Yeah, there's the mummy. Another mummy, and then two more mummies along here. Kind of like a treasure trove, kind of like the end of the tomb, you know. They travel the tomb to get the gold. Just a bunch of ghosts. Yeah. Just a few bits here and there. I didn't want too much empty space. And then as you continue to make your way to the exit, as you see the roof is a bit gross. I could fix that. It's something I should have fixed and I was going to fix, I just didn't. And it kind of kills the atmosphere, doesn't it? It kind of like ruins the feel that you have in the area. So let's fix that whilst I'm on with you guys. It's a very, very quick and easy fix. If the game will let me. It doesn't need to be like more of a like a. Why has it done that? Why is it? Oh my god, no. Because the idea was to go back and kind of touch this up. Obviously, you don't see any of this. So that's not the end of the world. This you do see though. As you can see, like building in a roof building is very, very difficult. The camera does a mad one. That's one of the biggest things about this game. The camera in this game could do a lot of work. Obviously, this game is old now, so it's not going to happen. But if they do ever plan to release a second Planet Coaster game, I'm sure that's something that they'll look at. I don't think it needs to be too high, just enough so people get the idea that, you know, I don't want to break the immersion, you know. So something like this should be mostly alright. You can still see the roof. I mean, if I really want to, I could fix it. You don't really notice it until you get to this bit. And even here you only notice it because of the way it's built. It's just not fun. Come on! I don't know why they do this sometimes, like you'll have a block and there we go. Jeez. Nice, okay. I mean, it doesn't match completely, but it matches to the point where you can see that. The idea is just to block your view of the outside. Let's move this again. As you can see, I'm really struggling here because of the way the game works when it comes to placing stuff. There we go. Okay. And then duplicate, and then we want I do want to duplicate this one, to be fair. Come on. There you go, perfect. Nice. Okay, we can go back to that now. Sorry about that. It's something that I had to fix, because if I don't, it will annoy me. I'll go back on here and unpause. No, that's the speed up button. There we go. See, the idea is you come through here, and now I can see another error, which is annoying. That I'm gonna have to fix, because again, that's going to irritate me. I will fix that after this. Look at that, that is horrendous. But hey, you do not hit your head again. Almost. And then you come toward the end. Couple more signs, and then just goodbye. And there we go. And then this will take you through this gross bit because of the way I built it. And back here. There we go. I know I ain't the best builder, and there is a lot of touching up that could have been done if I had more time and I didn't make promises that I can't meet or make. If I couldn't, I made promises that I can't meet, you know, and if I didn't, I probably would have had a lot more polishing on everything. I would have tested all the rides, made sure there was nothing like preventing it from happening from any regular issues, gross issues. But now we go into the wooden coaster. I love wooden coasters. They are my favourite. So here you go. Enjoy. This is Scarecrow. Very fast paced, just what I like. That's what I think wooden coasters should be, fast paced. Good fun. Through a back cave, and down here. There we go. There is Scarecrow. And then we'll do to the last coaster. This one is the Boomerang. So this is Raven. So enjoy this. This was the last coaster I built. I don't really build many boomerangs, so this was an experiment for me. Now we go back. You do make it, only just lots of hang time. That would definitely give you hurt your brain in real life. And there we have it, that's the Boomerang. So one thing I have learned, from this point forward I am no longer going to be doing themed parks. Or themed parks that have little assets to build with, right? Because I learned from this is that I had it the same with Christmas last year, is whenever you're trying to build something themed Christmas or Halloween, there's assets, but there's not a lot of assets, not enough for you to build a whole park or mini park, because you end up repeating a lot of things and things become repetitive. And another thing that I've learned is I always, when I go for themes, I theme trees as well. I go for, what trees will match this theme best, and that's again a mistake that I think I should, from now on, whenever I'm doing a theme of anything specific, is when it comes to trees and plants, just use absolutely everything, because as you'll see, especially at daytime, you can see it, I don't know if it's just me and my pet peeves and my perfectionism, because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. It does get quite repetitive, you know. I mean, you know, you go IRL, right? You go through the forest and every single tree is exactly the same, just different heights, right? And that is just doesn't look right in this kind of game, you know. And there is not, like, compared to, like, Planet Zoo has got so many different plants and trees and foliage. It's absurd. It's like 3 times, maybe even 4 times the size of the foliage and assets you have, nature assets you have in this game. And it doesn't get so repetitive, whereas this game, it does get repetitive. And I think when it comes from the future from now on, especially like the bushes, like I'm placing a lot of the same bushes, and there's a lot of these creosote bushes absolutely everywhere. And that just comes down to the fact that there isn't enough assets. So in the future, if I'm going to do anything themed, it will be one, not a park or even a mini park. It will be a ride. Okay, it will be either a haunted mansion, it will be a coaster, it will be a flat ride even. It depends on the time frame and stuff. You know, it's going to be a singular blueprint, not an entire park, because I found it very, very difficult. That's part of the reason why the upload didn't get here on time. I got to the point where I was just doing the same thing, and I was like, oh, let's spend the next 4 hours of my life placing trees, you know, and it's not fun. So that is definitely something that I am going to change in the future. So if you do see a Christmas special out of me, which you might, I probably not though, I'm not going to lie guys, maybe not this year, expect it to be a coaster or one habitat if I'm doing Planet Zoo this year. I haven't decided yet. I haven't really got a lot of time. I've got coursework to do, and I want to visit my parents because I've moved away from them now, so it's just going to be difficult. Very difficult time at the moment. I've got lots to do, busy man, which I'm not used to. So yeah, that is definitely something that I have learnt, and I am going to change in the future. So that is my biggest takeaway from this, and I took away. That's what I learnt from my Christmas one. Like I said, I just didn't really sit back and think about it as much as I have this time around. So in the future, when it comes to theme and stuff, smaller themes, broader themes, and any foliage, any constant foliage that we have, because yeah, the repetitiveness is not good. But yeah, that is it for the Halloween. It did not finish in Halloween, but as I'm making this video, I do not have that much of a following on YouTube anyway, so the chances are if this series does get watched, it will get watched in the past, so they ain't even gonna know unless they keep up to date on the upload days. This is going to live, so I'm gonna go spend next hour or so uploading this video, editing it, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe for more content from me, check out my socials there, of course, link down in the description of the video for you. Thanks again, thanks to Kevin MacLeod mostly for his music, and yeah, take it easy, and I'll catch you all laters.